Here's a couple of images of braids that I hate. We have this crown, fishtail crown. It's kind of like cute when you first look at it, you know. It's like, oh my God, so fun. But then, you know, she's gonna look back on this in 10, 20 years and be like, what the f you let me do that to myself? Like, it just doesn't look timeless or elegant in any which way. Then we have this photo. It's just like chunky fishtail, like laying on your shoulder. Like it's literally a dead salmon on your shoulder. I just don't love it. Next, we have the overly textured hair. Here it is. Okay, so this was a trend, you know, 10 years ago. It was cool at the time, but let's stop. Here's another prime example of too much texture. It's like they did corkscrew curls on our entire head and then just pinned that shit up and was like, this is modern, dude. This is some new stuff here. And then I'm just like, it's not. You're not doing anything. Nothing about this is good. Then she has the braids going into the textured mess and I'm like, whoa, pick a style and stick with it. Up next, we have the bump, the crown region that is just so voluminous. I get it if you have a bad head shape and you're trying to correct something, but it's just so weird. Let's just flatten that out a little bit, shall we? Now we have the tight curls. First of all, we have the bump and the curls going at the same time, and a little bit of like a twisted braid on the side. It's like, whoa, and like 10 pounds of hair extensions. But live your extra life, you know? I mean, it looks like she was going for a wave moment and she got curls and she said, well, I guess we're going with it. Now we have the overly perfected chignon. It looks like a giant hanging from the back of your head. Why is your hair coiffed to perfection around a semicircle sock bun? What the f? It's just a lot. And last but not least, one of the all-time worst looks anybody can do to themselves on their wedding day is the sock bun. Do you remember the sock buns? It was a thing. Everybody found out you can use a sock to make a bun, and every girl came to school with that damn sock bun, and some of them even did it to their wedding day. They even tried to dress it up with like a little bit of hair around the sides just to like really make it wedding-y, and it's a flop. Girl. That wraps up my don'ts for wedding hair. Glad we got that out of the way. Now let's check out the do's for wedding hair. Let's see what we got. The headband. The simple, stylish headband, if you will. It's dainty. It's small. It just adds a little bit of extra oomph to the style. It's beautiful. It's elegant. And just screams, I'm living my extra life, but I also look like a bad who knows fashion. We have what I like to call the cool girl wave. Now this is a wave that is not overdone. She looks like she got her hair smoothed out. However, they didn't overly style it, overly curl it. She has the perfect amount of volume in the back to make it kind of look a little 70s-ish. Still timeless, beautiful, and also she has that gorgeous dainty headband on. And this whole look is just classic, timeless, and effortless. And I love it. The easy updo. The beautiful, effortless updo. This is how you do texture without looking like you overdid it. You see that bit that is coming back from her face is textured. It's not perfectly smoothed out, but it's not like curls going on the side of her head. None of that happening. I love this sort of creation they made with that pearl, almost like a necklace going through her hair. She even has a little bit of a braid in there, but I think it works. Now we have the chignon, however, done well. This one is a great size. It looks like a small, tiny little croissant you find at a French bakery, and they say, oui, young lady, and you say, thank you. It's elegant, it's timeless, it's beautiful with her hair color. I love the low chignon. It's not too big, it's not overdone, they didn't try too hard. This stylist, whoever did this, is great. Now, if you really want to live your extra life, maybe try doing the glamour wave. The glamour wave, I think, is an amazing choice. It's like an old Hollywood look. I think it is sort of timeless. Some people go really overboard with this one too, but we won't talk about that today. The way it's done in this photo right here is perfect to me. We have the low ponytail. I actually really dig a ponytail. Add a little bit of texture and a little bit of wave to that. I love the way she has this jewelry in her hair with the little wraparound, and it's a very thick ponytail, almost a little bit too thick. I think it's good for her. And I think it looks elegant and classy while still having a down, up, do. And lastly, let's talk about the easygoing bun. This looks like her hair was thrown up, but in the most gorgeous way. You know those days where you throw up your hair and you look in the mirror and you're like, how the f did I just do that? Like, why can't I do that every single day of my life? Why is this the most perfect messy bun I've ever done to myself? That's this bun. Those are my do's. I compiled that list to hopefully inspire you to make better choices on your wedding day. I'm just kidding. Those are just my opinions. Take it or leave it. You don't need to do everything I said, but those are my do's, and I love all of those looks. Let's begin checking out some iconic celebrity wedding hair from the 80s, and also just a few randos that had some really interesting do's. Here we are. The first image. If I were living in the 80s and getting married, I think that this is how my hair would be. Listen, she went for it, and I really appreciate it. These 80s bangs were just the most wild thing, just blown out in every direction possible. Iconic. She's definitely living her extra life. Oh, now that's what I wanted. It looks like she has a faux hawk going on. I don't think that was the idea behind this, I'm sure, but I mean, she said, tease it to the gods. I want height. And they said, yes, ma'am, I'll do that for you. And I'm here for it. Now we have Cindy Crawford. Give me all the tulle you have in this fabric store. And they said, but that's a lot of tulle. And she said, I know, I want it all. She has the most extra wedding dress with the most extra gloves and extra jewelry, extra veil, and then her hair is just thrown up into a bun. And she still looks gorgeous, so listen, if you're gonna do it, you might as well go all the way. Now that we've discovered all these beautiful, fabulous looks, what's the right look for you on your wedding day? Consider the dress's detail. Is there a lot going on up here? Are there beautiful straps you wanna show off? Or do you just love your décolletage? Do you have the perfect shoulders? Do you wanna put a lot of like shimmer on your shoulders? Do you wanna show that off? Do you have jewelry? Maybe do a little chignon. Maybe do something a little bit more edgy, like a messy bun moment. Do you want to do a ponytail, but there's a lot of back detail? Maybe opt for a bun in that situation. And one of my most important tips of all is to be you. Do what makes you happy. This is your day and your husband's day. Don't forget that. All right, that is all for it today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to live your extra life on your wedding day, and I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.